Hello YouTube, this is Taylor with CliffsOfClaven and I'm bringing you our next war recap, and as you can see we got the win over the SF 49ers, pretty comfortable victory, but since they are the 49ers I expect they will be waiting for all of us in the parking lot after their defeat. We did not have a great war, but luckily neither did they. They had trouble with our Town Hall 11s and our Town Hall 10s, and they pretty much have 2 stars on all of the 9s except for our bottom 9, and our 8 of course were 3-starred. Over on our side, we could not put the 2nd star on their number 1. We threw 2 attacks against it and couldn't get it done. We did get 2 stars on their number 2 on a cleanup attack, and then their number 3, we tried twice to get the 2 or 3 star on that one and couldn't quite make it happen. But luckily, we did 3-star all of the Town Hall 9s except for their number 10, of course, which is a pretty Claven thing to do, to 3-star all of their bases except the worst one. And we did throw about 2 or 3 attacks against their number 10 as well, just couldn't quite get it done. But the problem is that out of our 6 3-stars that we got here, 3 of them were Town Hall 10 dips because our 9s just could not get it done. As you can see, our 10s could not get it done, and our 11s did okay, but had a little bit of trouble with their number 1. So all in all, not a great war for the Clavens, but honestly, what war have we ever been in that was really what you would call great? However, I do have 3 pretty great Town Hall 9 3-stars to show you, and the top 2 Town Hall 9s were taken down by our Town Hall 9, Mikey B, who got a 6-star war, and these were the, I believe, first 2 Town Hall 9 attacks. They did not have a Town Hall 8 at all like we did, so our Town Hall 8 chief went up and did some scouting. He scouted 4 and he scouted 6, and he actually got 2 stars on 4, and he got 1 star on 6, so if that tells you anything about the quality of our opponent, our Town Hall 8 managed to get 2 stars on their top Town Hall 9. Let's just chalk that up to our Town Hall 8 being a beast and not this being a terrible base, because it's really not a terrible base. And Mikey's trying something new. He normally goes with the mass Valk attacks, but this time he's going to go with a Queen Walk, and he's going to start the Queen Walk down here. Now, one problem with on our side and our opponents whenever they do a Queen Walk is they drop their Queen next to a bunch of trash and use the Queen Walk to take out a bunch of non-defense buildings, and that's really not a good use of your Queen. I mean, you could drop a couple of barbarians and take out the trash. So Mikey very wisely drops in his Queen right in the thick of some defenses, and he wants her to go to the south, which is why he's got this archer up here. And she does go there eventually, but not before she pulls the CC. Now, because this was a cleanup attack off our Town Hall 8 scout, he knew that there was a Lava Hound in the CC, so he really did not want the Queen to pull the Lava Hound and get stuck on that. But she does. Doesn't end up being a very big deal at all. Makes a real nice funnel with his wizards and sends in about 12 Valks, I believe. Just going to let them beat through the wall. There's some max Valks in the CC. And they're just going to cruise through here with 3 heal spells, which is nice. The Queen and this wizard from the CC are going to take down the pups pretty quickly before they can do too much damage to the Valks. And now he's going to let the Valks kind of tear through the base, keeping them in heals as often as he can. You can see he drops 2 heals right there to keep them up with that Tesla farm and all those defenses that are on them. And the Queen is now going to the south, and that's going to work out real well for him. Now that air defense is eventually going to start targeting the healers, but as you'll see, by the time the air defense gets on the healers, it's too late. The Queen has taken out all of the serious threats to her. So the Queen Walk works out very well for Mikey. He's got Valks and Wizards and still a Golem up there that's doing some tanking for the Archer Tower, so that worked out real nice for him. He drops his last heal right there on those point defense, knowing that the Valks are going to take this out and that the Queen is going to come up from the bottom and help take out some of these defenses by the time the Valks get there. Wizards up on top doing the cleanup is very smart, and that Golem still has not split into Golemites. It's not really going to play too much of a factor in the rest of the raid, but that just kind of shows you how quick the Valks get through this base. And he didn't even bring any wall breakers, I don't think. Maybe 1 or 2 wall breakers, and the Valks just beat through all the rest of the walls. That is the power of Valks. You can see that the air defense has locked onto the Queen, and that sweeper's causing him a little bit of problems, but it does not matter because the only defenses on her right now are splash defense, so she doesn't even really need the healers, and she's just sort of tearing things up down there. The Archer Tower is going to go down to this Wizard, the Valks beat through the wall, and then the only defense left is this air defense, which the Wizards are going to shoot over the wall and get. So that was Mikey's first 3-star. Really nice way to start off the war, and we're going to drop down 1 spot and take a look at Mikey taking on their second highest Town Hall 9 using the same attack. He's going to use Mass Valks with a Queen Walk. He's only got a level 26 Queen, which is pretty high, but he makes the Queen Walk work even without having a maxed out queen. So if you're not doing queen walks, there's really no reason to not give it a shot. We've had guys do queen walks with lower than 26 queen, so you don't need like a maxed out queen or even a level 30 queen to do some effective queen walks. Notice again, he is dropping the queen down here right in the thick of all these defenses, has 3-point defense on her. His queen gets very low, and then he drops the rage to fill her back up, and taking out the cannon helps a lot. But if you're going to do a queen walk, you want to drop your queen in the thick of some defenses so you actually get some work out of her. If you're going to drop your queen down to take out a bunch of trash, I mean, that's a total waste of your queen and 4 healers. So here come the Valks. They're going to beat through the wall. That enemy queen right there just kind of pulls them right in, so he doesn't have to worry too much about making a giant funnel. And a whole bunch of air troops in the CC, a bunch of minions, and he's just going to poison the CC and then drop a heal for his Valks, and they're totally fine. You can pretty much withstand any CC with Valks as long as they're standing in the heal and the enemy CC is in a poison, except for maybe a baby dragon that can do damage faster than the heal can keep up. Lots of little compartments in here with some pretty high level walls that his Valks are going to have to beat through, but he drops a heal on them, and you can see with the exception of that Tesla and that one archer tower that's targeting his golem, just mostly splash defense here, a bunch of wizard towers on him and mortars. And Valks really don't care too much about splash defense. Look at how much work he's got for his queen. His queen has taken out that entire side of the base, which is doing a really good job of making sure the Valks kind of stay in the same spot, basically funneling them towards the bottom. He drops his last heal there to keep his Valks up, so he doesn't have any more spells left, but he does have that one wizard that he can use if he needs it, and the queen is on full health. That air defense does start targeting the healers, but you can see it's just barely hanging on for dear life, and that is going to keep the queen up through the rest of the raid. These Valks down here are going to start working their way around, and you can see this little, I guess, sort of mini Tesla farm with those wizard towers is going to be the last thing that's left, and the queen alone could take those out, but she's not going to have to take it out alone because these Valks are actually going to beat a path through the wall for her. So she reroutes. The Valks hit a double giant bomb, which does some pretty serious damage to him, but doesn't really matter. The queen's there to back him up, and he's got those wizards doing some extra damage. So well done to Mikey's getting the 6-pack this war and against their 2 highest Town Hall 9. So fantastic job there, Mikey. Alright, I've got one more Town Hall 9 3-star to show you, and that is Ryder, going in on number 8. And Ryder's doing a GoVaHo, but he's going a little lighter on the Valks, only 6 Valks in this attack. And his goal really with the Valks is just to take out the CC and the Queen. See, the Queen's buried pretty deep there. Ryder does not go straight for the compartment that the Queen is. He goes over here on the side where these storages are so that he can get as much value for his kill squad as possible. He does want to take out the Queen, but the more he can get, the better, and he knows that that amount of Valks is going to get the job. Notice that giant bomb there on the outside, and there's another one right here inside this compartment, so not fantastic giant bomb placement, but I want you to remember that one of those giant bombs was on the outside, because that's going to come back in a little bit to haunt him. Witch in the CC, but Valks are just going to jump right over where that spell is and take out the Witch, so it's not going to cause too many problems for him. Doesn't use any heal spells for his Valks. Once they take out the Queen and the CC's gone, he just sort of leaves his Valks. They've done their job. Maybe you could have gotten a little more use out of them with the heal spell, but it doesn't matter. And then here come the Hogs down here at the bottom doing a sort of Asian wall deployment, and they're all going to bunch up over here on the side, but there's not really any intelligent place for giant bombs to be. Remember that I said that earlier. There are not any intelligent places for giant bombs to be, and there was one on the outside over here. So here go the Hogs. He drops his first heal for him. He's going to drop his second heal up here at the top, where that giant bomb gets him. And the Hogs are going to pretty much take out all of these defenses. Now they're going to come over here to this Wizard Tower, and he does not drop his last heal to keep them alive on the Wizard Tower. So the Wizard Tower is going to get a couple of shots off. It's going to lower the Hogs' health a little bit, but they are going to take down the Wizard Tower. Now it's cleanup, and here's where Ryder gets fancy. Wait for it. Swag heal right in the middle. No problem, right? What a great heal spell. Except, uh-oh. Springtrap, Giant Bomb, and now he's got one Hog left. One Hog, his Queen down there. Look at how much of this base is left. He has a Hog and his 2 heroes, and he's got a whole lot of base to clean up. So that swag heal almost cost him. His last Hog is gone now, so it's Queen and Barbarian King is all that he has left. So might have gotten a little too fancy with the swag heal there. Probably would have been a good idea to save your swag spells till the end of the raid, but it wouldn't be a Claven attack if it wasn't a close one. And Ryder gets the 3-star anyway, so fantastic job, Ryder. So good job to all the Clavens, especially Ryder and Mikey, who are really the only people on our team that came through for us. not a great war for the Clavens, but we're not really used to having great wars at all, so not that big of a deal. So good job to everybody on the Clavens. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next recap with more accidental 3 stars.